Kokichi makes a Danganronpa rewrite where Toko's the protagonist. So, Ultra Despair Girls? Tag. T-he-he-he-em. Draw another smiley face on the other side. Yeah, that'll do. Oh! Oh, hi! Good day. Good people. Toonling. Dave. United States Aviator. Year of the Horizon. It's time for another premiere. The Season 6 Tag Team premiere. Of what? Of what? The Danganronpa Hunger Games. Your tag teams, they're here, they're back. We have some OC tag teams who performed exceptionally well last season. We have tag teams who also performed well last season and performed well during preseason well enough to get into this game. And one of them will walk out with the Rats Tag Team Championships. Unless the Rats win themselves, who knows? But let's introduce everyone who made it thus far. Making it thus far is an accomplishment in itself, so let's go ahead and see. Kokichi and So. Missing Nahito, the Rats. Combat Science, Reina and Tsuyune. The Power of God and Anime, Azuru and Mitarai. Astro-Physics, Ome and Michiko. The Pimp's Entourage, Crazy Yoko Extra Large and Kaito. Literary Arts, Toko. And now, Smol and Mighty, Fuyuhiko and Chihiro. Band Aid, Missing Ibuki, Mikon and Seiko. The Master Mages, Missing Himiko, Gundam and Lysithia. Animal Ears, Jin and Aiko, Missing Iris. Holy Trinity the Sheep, Missing Monica, Nani Aichiaki and Sonia. Mind Trip, Miss Maya and Pewter, also known as your Agents of Chaos. And should they win, you know what will happen. Should they win, the Chaos will be transferred over to Kokichi, So, and Nagito, the Rats. But for right now, we're not going to worry about that. Live chat. How are you guys? Actually, comments too. How are you guys? As you guys leave your comments on who you think's going to place first, second, and third. Because those, once again, aren't very important, but I kind of like asking. I think it flows off the tongue. 3 picks, 24 people. 1 in 8 chance of saying your picks go on strong. But as you make those picks, because these comments and this live chat are very important, because you could have fantastic comments like this one. You could leave fantastic comments like that one. You could leave truly superb comments like this big one in the middle. Oh yes, that's nice. Because comments show you the way. But who will find the way to the championship today? I'm gonna make my picks right here, right now. Kaito's getting his first win. It eluded him all last season, and the season before that, 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 and the season before that. But we don't talk about all those. Today is his day. The Pimp Entourage, they're gonna be the first ever 2-time tag team champions. And how do I know this? Well, I don't. I do not. But I believe in them. I think it's their time, mainly because Crazy Yoko Extra Large is here and she's a power player. Second place, I got Miss Now. And third place, I got Chihiro, although I could see Fuyuhiko winning this one. After yesterday, I think that he could come out on top. He could be like, I miss having something around my shoulder. He could win this one. Are you guys ready? Those are my picks. Kaito, Now, and Fuyuhiko. And of course, your light bearers, Nani Aichiaki and Sonia. The last time I'll probably explain it in detail. If one of those two comes out on top, whoever that person KO'd their team will go into the tag team finale. That's right. There's so much power. So much power. But with great power comes great responsibility. You know what else is truly, truly powerful? The secret achievements, which I actually don't need because it's a singles episode. What I do need, though, I'm sorry, it's a tag team episode. What I do need, though, is this guy. We rolled 6 times yesterday for season 6. But how many times will we roll for the tag team episode? I'll tell you what. Half of that, 3 times. The Rats, Combat Science, The Power of God in Anime, Astro-Physics, The Pimp's Entourage, Literary Arts, Smol and Mighty, Band Aid, The Master Mages, Animal Ears, The Holy Trinity of the Sheep. Why didn't I pick Band Aid? Because I'm trying not to jinx him, that's right. And Mind Trip are all subject to resimulations not 1 time, not 2 times, but in fact, a very solid 3 times. For some spicy RNG. That's mild RNG, but we'll see how mild it really is. We had a fun time yesterday, and I bet you it's gonna be twice as much fun today when the Pimp's Entourage comes out on top. Are you ready? Let's do this. Let's go ahead. Let's proceed. Let's start this action. Let's get ourselves some tag team champions. As we start the bloodbath, as the tributes stand on their podiums, you know what you have to do in the live chat. You can even do it in the comments. I want to see the spiciest of horn emojis that you guys have. As I say, sound the horns. Oh, very nice. Aiko cozies up to Sayune and Mikan looking for allies. You have an ally, it's Jen. It's your tag team partner. Maya grabs a chainsaw. Zuru ignores the opening ceremony. Opening assembly. I'm stuck in ceremonies because of the Danganronpa. Playing video games with Reina instead, Fuyiko finds a bag full of candy. Pewter cries in despair, accomplishing nothing. Poor Pewter. It's probably the chaos that's lingering within his soul. Mitarai, gosh. So we're starting off like this, huh? Starting off jinxing real strong, huh? Luminary the losers. You're really not gonna lose that one, huh, are you, Kaito? Not gonna lose that one, are you? Alright. Lysithea cozies up to Jin, and Nane Aishiaki looking for allies. Crazy Oko extra large runs away from the cornucopia. I can't believe you, Kaito. Seiko also runs away, so Toko, Nao, and Sonyo share everything that they've gathered before running off. Michiko is beaten to death with a chair by Gundam. Michiko, no. Oh, Michiko, your partner's still in, so you guys might walk out with the tag team titles, but Michiko, no. Gundam, why you gotta do it? Why you gotta do it? As much as I am like, you know what, go ahead. Beat people with chairs. Not Michiko. Chihiro finds a teleporter. It teleports him to the Garrick Mach Monastery. He steals an ancient relic and returns to the game. Oh no. Ome is unable to convince Kokichi not to kill her. Rest in peace to Ome 2 will proceed. Oh, that's all of Astro-Physics. Oh no. Day 1. Toko, Chihiro, and Tsuyune argue over what ingredients to buy from the world-renowned supermarket in the arena. Avi's wares and despairs. You need despairs? We got them. You need wares? We got some of those too. Aiko thinks about home. Mikan tries to sleep the entire day. Jen receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Gundam chops some firewood, collects it, and makes a fire. Fuyiko, Maya, and So help by doing the same. Kokichi questions his sanity. Crazy Yoko Extra Large finds a Halloween mask that starts talking and advising her to kill the others. Well, she doesn't have a partner, so I guess she's gonna listen to the mask. Azuru chases Mitarai around with a mace. That is your partner, Azuru. You have a rich history of not getting along with your partners, my boy. Sonya receives a knife from an unknown sponsor. Nani Achiaki and Reina pair up as study buddies. How cute. Now teaches Lysithea some fighting moves. Little does Lysithea know, now is teaching her wrong as a joke. Why would you do that? She knows magic. She doesn't know hardcore fighting. Pewter camouflages himself in the bushes. Seiko gets stuck raking leaves. We only lost 3. One entire team and somebody who I jinxed immediately, apparently. That's how we're starting off the season, I guess. Okay, that's fine. That's fine, I guess. That's okay. It's not okay. In fact, it's a terrible Claire de Lune. 4. Kaito. Michiko. Ome. One team completely gone. And neither of them perished to the light bearer, so there's no chance that they'll be back. A true shame. And then there's Kaito, he's gone too. Freaking Kaito, first one gone, and you were my pick for first. I can't believe you. I'm gonna sip. Pour one out for Kaito. And we'll proceed. Probably should pour one out for Michiko and Ome too. Let's go on. There's still 21 left. Am I sad about Kaito? No, he deserved it. He deserved it. Freaking luminary of the losers. I can't believe you, Kaito. We'll proceed to night 1. Jin starts to develop feelings for Crazy Yoko Extra Large. Incoming slow burn? No, she wouldn't do that to Jin. Kokichi, Nanae Chiaki, and Toko tell each other their pet peeves. She wouldn't burn Jin. She wouldn't be like, Jin, you fool. She would not. She would be kind and caring to the boy. Peter goes to the Love Hotel with Azuru. Both die of exhaustion. Well, I guess he's the ultimate everything, so Mitarai prays to Atua that he makes it out of here alive, with minimal bloodshed, of course. Gundam tries to sing himself to sleep. Sayune tells Maya, "This is great. It's just you, me, and this brick wall that you built between us." Lysithea stabs Mikan while her back is turned. Oh no. Reina dies from thirst. Oh no. Fuiko and So hold hands through the entire night. Aiko tells now a bunch of useless fun facts. I could see Aiko doing that. Sonia ambushes Chihiro and kills him. You should have used your relic. You should have used the relic, Chihiro. How could you? How could you? You missed it. Seiko makes a makeshift bed out of fallen leaves as we proceed to day 2. Now, diverts Kokichi's attention and she runs off. Toko feels that there is a duck watching her. From where? Crazy Yoko Extra Large, fitting to the name, starts to go insane. So, finds a shop called House of Evil in the arena and buys supplies from there. Oh no. Lysithea and Sayune kiss underneath the mistletoe. Gundam sets off an explosive, killing Maya and Sonia. Gundam, how could you? That's your girl. I guess it was a wild explosion. You couldn't control it. You gotta be more careful than that. Seiko uses a spell to suck the intelligence out of Nanae Chiaki, but the spell fails because, well, there's not much to suck out. Mitarai puts all of his faith into Atua. Is this the second time that he's done that? I think he is. He's really believing in Atua, and it might get him to the victory. Aiko overhears Fuihiko and Jin talking in the distance as we proceed to a Claire de Lune. We lost 7 this time, which means we've lost a total of 10. Only 14 remain, 4 more until your saving grace picks. But for right now, we can't focus on that. We have to focus on the Claire de Lune 4. Pewter, Azuru, Mikan, Reina, Chihiro, Maya, Sonia. If we see everybody's statuses, there's no way that the transfer of chaos will happen as Mind Trip is out, but they will be lurking for the rest of the season. Holy Trinity the Sheep has Nanae Chiaki left. She's the only light bearer remaining. Will she get some kills and bring someone with her? We'll have to wait and see. Animaleer's completely in. The Master Mage is completely in. Seiko's carrying on for Band-Aid. You got this, girl. Fuihiko, trying to get the other title at the start of this season. Trying to end the season with one, start the season with another one. I like that energy. Literary Arts, however, completely in as well. Crazy Yoko Extra Large trying to carry the torch, trying to become 2-time tag team champ. The Power of God in anime. Mitarai still remains. Combat Science still has Sayune trying to carry on for Reina, and Kokichi and So are here to show the world why they are still your tag team champions. But can they retain? Can they be the first tag team to retain? I don't know. I haven't the slightest. But what I do know is we need to proceed to see what happens. You know what would be an interesting development? If the last 3 were Crazy Yoko, Seiko, and one of the rats. That would be an interesting final 3. I would love that, but I doubt it'll happen. But we'll proceed to see if it does as we start night 2. Sayune gets distracted. Toko ain't afraid of no ghost. Kokichi fiercely shakes up a soda and pops open the tab, blasting Gundam in the face with a stream of soda. How could you? That's gonna get in his scarf. You know how hard it is to get... Oh, my scarf. I do. Do you know how hard it is to get soda out of a scarf? Extremely difficult. I would know. Fuiko falls over a tombstone and finds out that it's actually made of cardboard. Well, we spent a lot of the budget getting podiums in the other simulator. So we had to use cardboard this year. I'm sorry, Fuyiko. Mitarai lets Seiko into a shelter, now screams for help. Jin and Nanae Chiaki get into a heated argument. Jin has had enough of Nanae Chiaki's crap and kills her. Jin, my gosh. That is the end of the light bearers. So, relaxes by his fireplace. Crazy Yoko extra large shoots Aiko in the head. That's the end of Aiko, and Lysithea is attacked by demon-possessed trees, but manages to escape, probably with the use of her magic. Will proceed now to day 3. Seiko discovers a cave. Crazy Yoko and Gundam build a shelter together, but both of them have conflicting ideas on interior design. I believe that. I buy that. A debate breaks out between Sayune, So, now, and Lysithea about what variety of apple is the best. You tell me. What variety of apple is the best? Tell me in the live chat. Tell me in the comments. What kind do I like the best? I'll answer that at the end. You predict what kind I like the best too. Kokichi makes a Danganronpa rewrite where Toko's the protagonist. So, Ultra Despair Girls? Mitarai puts thumbtacks in Jin's shoes. They mistake them, however, for their own and bleeds to death. That is the end of Mitarai. And Fuyiko seems to be dead, but it is a lie. We'll proceed. We might have lost the 4 that we needed. No, just 3. Which means there are 11 remaining. Which means there's 1 more until your saving grace pick. Which means right now, these 3 lovely folks, all featured in the anime, are gone, and we hit a Claire de Lune in their honor. Nanae Chiaki, Aiko, Mitarai. As we take a peek at everybody's statuses, Kokichi So, Sayune, Crazy Yoko, Toko, Now, Fuyiko, Seiko, Gundam, Lysithea, and Jin are your final 11. But I don't know who's gonna win. The rats are both in. They could retain. In terms of anybody else who's both in, we have Literary Arts and the Master Mages. To have both members of your team in the final 11 is extremely fortunate. But we've seen it. None of them could win. That's happened plenty of times before. But we still got 1 more until your saving grace pick. Let's get to it as we proceed on to night 3. Night 3. Crazy Yoko rigs So's shelter with explosive but accidentally trips over the detonator, blowing herself and the shelter to smithereens. I don't know if So was in that shelter or not. I couldn't see with my binoculars. We'll have to wait and see. Kokichi and Toko exercise underneath the star, now overpower Sayune, killing her. Rest in peace. The OCs will not take a victory today, unfortunately. Lysithea falls over a tombstone and finds out it's actually made of card. I'll get some stone ones, I promise. Don't let everyone know that they're made of cardboard. Jin quietly hums. Seiko starts developing feelings for Fuyiko. Incoming slow burn, he'd probably blush at the thought and then say, but I got Peko. Gundam tried to set up a trap, unfortunately ends up trapping himself. He's not the ultimate trapper, he's the ultimate breeder, of course. We all know that. He's not a good trapper. We'll proceed. To the feast. The cornucopias replenished with food supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Lysithea decides not to go to the feast. Fuyiko takes a staff, leaning against the cornucopia. He is armed and dangerous. Toko falls into a pit and dies. Jin decides not to go to the feast. My boy Gundam is set on fire with a Molotov. Seiko stuffs a bundle of dry clothing into a backpack before sprinting away. Kokichi decides not to go either. He's like, look, if we can both survive the feast, we can win this game. And you did. Now takes a staff as well, leaning on the cornucopia as we proceed now to day 4, correct? Yes. After day 4, we will be hitting the Claire de Lune. We will be getting your saving grace picks, but will we lose more before then? Seiko diverts Jin's attention and runs away. Kokichi tries to spearfish with a trident. Lysithea sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. So, and now are sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. I don't know if I approve of that one. Can't say I approve of that ship. Fuyiko's being a clown. We'll proceed. We lost 4. You know what, if the game wanted to really screw with me, they could have been like, oh, you think we're about to go to the Fallen Tributes, have an arena event. It didn't though, so I appreciate that, simulator. We lost 4. Which means we're at your final 7. Which means after this Claire de Lune, 4. Crazy Yoko, extra large, Sayune, Toko, Gundam. And as we see everybody's statuses, It's time. And an interesting final 7 we have. Yeah, we can't wait. My picks, could have been better. Kaito, I'm looking at you. But now still here. Fuyuhiko's still here. So you know what? I think it's just time to go for it. We go for your Saving Grace picks. It's your final 7, and we have Kokichi and So, both rats, still in trying to keep the titles. Trying to be the first tag team to successfully retain the titles. Now is here to try and stop that from happening from Literary Arts. Smol and Mighty has Fuyuhiko, trying to be another person to have held both titles at some point in time. Not at the same time, but both titles. Lysithea is here for the Master Mages, for Himiko and Gundam. Seiko is here for my girls. Band-Aid. Could they be your first ever 2-time tag team champions? And Animal Ears, going strong with Little Jin. Never count him out. He is a tough competitor, and he might win here today. So go ahead and pick. Over yonder, down yonder, if you're in the live chat, if you're in the comments, first, second, third, let your Saving Grace picks be known. And I'll tell you mine too. But while you're doing that, make sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell button so you know when the next Hunger Games come out. So you know when the next Persona 4 comes out, the next Fire Emblem, the next Fangon, whatever you see, whatever you know. You gotta make sure that you're here for it. I've got Alright, I'm gonna go for my girls. Seiko, you are a strong competitor to say the least. Do me a solid, win this game. I believe in you. I do. She's got first. I'm picking now for second. I'm gonna pick So for third. I think she's gonna take out both of the Your Turn to Die characters. And as your final 6, you know what it's time for. It could end at any time with so few people. So you know what it has them going for. It's got their pulse going strong. It's got their blood pumping fast. And it's got their hearts beating with the same pace as that of a samurai woman. Who is walking out with these tag team titles? The Rats? Literary Arts? Smol and Mighty? Band-Aid? The Master Mages? Animal Ears? One of them will come out on top, and the only way to find out is to proceed. It is the start, oh my goodness, the start of night 4. So tried to set up a trap and unfortunately ends up trapping himself. This is what we saw, this is what is going down. Jin, Fuyuhiko, and now unsuccessfully ambush Seiko, Lysithea, and Kokichi. This means the Rats have a 50-50 shot of being the first team to successfully retain the tag team titles. Band-Aid through Seiko has a 25% chance of being the first ever two-time Danganronpa tag team champions. And Lysithea, she could be the first ever Fire Emblem character to win a game and, more importantly, bring home tag team gold to my boy Gundam, my girl Himiko. Could the mages come out on top? Could it be the Rats? Or could it be Band-Aid? Let's proceed. Let's find out. At the start of day 5, Lysithea and Kokichi kiss underneath the mistletoe. You know what? It's so tense, I won't even... Who keeps putting it up? Seiko seems to be dead, but it's a lie. So wishes for immortality and is promptly executed. I mean, disqualified, yes, quite. Disqualified for cheating. We didn't we'll proceed. Fallen tributes. We lost 4. And what a terrible, terrible turnabout it is for Jin. Fuyuhiko. Now. So. And thus, as we say everybody's statuses, it's the Rats, the Master Mages, and Band-Aid. Kokichi with 4 KOs. Lysithea with 4 KOs. Seiko with 4 KOs. Kokichi, a dominant force in these games, one you should never bet against. Seiko, secretly a dominant force too. Never forget about her. And then there's Lysithea. Someone who's flown under the radar for so long could get her first one today. Who will it be? I don't know. But as you know, these 3, as per tradition here, are caught. Kokichi, Seiko, and Lysithea in what we call a crisis, a fate. Who's winning? With 3 resimulates. What RNG lies ahead of us? You know what we have to do? We have to click proceed to find out. It could all end. It's just 3 of them. One event could take 2 people out. Let's find out. Who will it be? Nobody, because Seiko was cut with the... Seiko? You're grounded. But I will unground you if you win this game. Otherwise, you're grounded. Kokichi eats a sandwich to fully restore his health. Good on. Oh no, he's dangerous. Uh-oh. Lysithea receives an explosion from an unknown sponsor. Will proceed again. They're all alive. Lysithea, Kokichi, and Seiko take turns jumping and leaves. They have a precious moment together as we proceed. Nobody has perished. We can go again. Tonight. Oh, pardon me. Oh me, oh my. Are you ready for this? You know who you only see 2 people, so you know what just happened. You know what happened. Kokichi finds a stereo and presses play. It's playing some sick beats. Unfortunately, those sick beats are his execution music. And he dies horribly. Lysithea attempts to climb a tree but falls to her death. Her short stature was her undoing. Now I know I made a nice little promise just now. I said, you know what I said? I said, Seiko, you're grounded, but if you win this game, you're officially ungrounded. Because you will have taken your team, the team that I managed at one point in time, the team that I am so proud of. You all could become 2-time Danganronpa Hunger Games Tag Team Champions. I know, with their performance yesterday, you wouldn't expect something like that to happen, but as we proceed, you can see, with your own 2 eyes, excuse me, go ahead. As the proud manager of the team that would love to be known as Band-Aid, I have an announcement that your new, reigning, defending, undisputed, 2-time Danganronpa Hunger Games Tag Team Champions of the whole dang world. It's your girls, Ibuki, Mikan, and Seiko. Band-Aid takes the win and takes the titles for a 2nd time. Band-Aid? Yeah. Alright, let's do it. Let's go, Band-Aid. That's what I'm talking about. They are truly undisputed. You put these 3 together and you're like, this seems like a mishmash. 2 are incredibly shy, but have potential to show their colors and cause some major mayhem. And then there's Ibuki, who is just a force to be reckoned with. Oh, you guys don't even know. 2-time, first ever 2-time Danganronpa Hunger Games Tag Team Champions. We'll proceed. It's your girls. It's Band-Aid. Mikan got out a little early, but you know, it's Seiko who's the power player. These are the two between the team, Seiko and Mikan now, who have won the titles together. Mikan is, in fact, let me reiterate that. Let me rephrase that. Every time that Band-Aid has won a title, Mikan has been in that episode. I'm just saying it right now, maybe Mikan is the good luck charm for Band-Aid. Seiko knows how to win this thing. Mikan's got that chaos to bring them to. And Ibuki's just a former champ, a former singles champ, and now a two-time tag team champ thanks to her girls. They didn't do so well yesterday, but they got it together. As they do, and they came in on top. Seiko, Mikan, and Ibuki. Band-Aid. Tag team champs. Let's go. That's my girls. Band-Aid. Lysithea took second place. The Rats took third and fourth. Kokichi and So now took fifth. Fuyuhiko, Slingshot Fuyuhiko, almost getting the titles. Took sixth. Jin in seventh. Gundam in eighth. Toko in ninth. Tsuyune rounding off your top 10. What a show. What a game. Band-Aid, I am so proud. Two-time champs. They got some chaos to deal with, but you know who's dealt with chaos before? Mikan. She knows what it means to be infused with chaos. So she knows how to handle Pewter and Miss Maya. Quiet Maya. Oh, they're a dangerous force. Band-Aid's holding the titles. Band-Aid's gonna hold them all the way into the finale, just you wait. Unless I just jinx them, in which case you know what'll happen. Like, the very next episode Thursday, it'll be that 5% chance that Chaos hits, and it's gonna randomly hit, and I'm gonna be like, well, crap. But who am I to say? They have their celebration. They can hold it for as long as they want. They're two-time champs. And they're going to the finale. We'll proceed. We can bring up the bracket in just a second. We started with Mitarai throwing a knife into Kaito's chest. How could you? You threw a knife into his chest, which was like throwing a knife into mine, but my heart was revived when Seiko came out on top and won this thing for your girl's Band-Aid. Oh yes. We'll proceed again. Band-Aid in first, look at them. Kokichi, Lysithea, and Kokichi and Lysithea both had 4. Gundam and Seiko both had 3. The Master Mages really had good KOs this game, but unfortunately couldn't come out on top. They both finished in the top 10 too. Seiko with 3, Crazy Yoko, Jin, Mitarai, Now, Sonya, and So with 1. Everyone else had none. But none of that really matters, does it? Because as we bring up the tag team bracket, once again, your first ever two-time Danganronpa Hunger Games Tag Team Champions, it's a Band-Aid, will go back to the reaping. What a show. What a start to Season 6 tag team action. A lot of these teams, some of these teams you might not see together. Because next week, we're going to have a tag team shakeup. Some teams will stay together. Band-Aid guaranteed to stay together. Mind Trip guaranteed to stay together. Nobody else is guaranteed to stay together. If you have tag team suggestions, speak now or forever hold your peace. Because I already have a lot of ideas, and I've already done a lot of shuffling. But if there's a very, very good idea, I might do some reshuffling, who knows? But, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here for the premiere. I hope you in the live chat enjoyed that, because I am stoked right now. Band-Aid, let's go. Toon Link, Dave, United States Aviator, Year of the Horizon. It's really, I should scratch that off, because you know what year they both won those tag team titles? This year, the year of the Band-Aid. That's right. Stay classy. Toodaloo. Flight Crew. We got exciting tag team action next week. It's going to be a long tag team match because we're introducing all the teams. And the singles episode. I think both episodes, well, I know that the tag team episode, we're spinning for chaos, so it could be a massive brawl of all the teams and potential agents of chaos. Things could go down next week, but also I believe singles is spinning too? I don't know if Yuta's in. I have to double check that. He might be. Generally the champs appear more often because they're fighting champions. Stay classy. Last thing, make sure if you got OCs, enter them soon. Because the weeks are winding down. We are almost at the point where we're hitting the OC episodes. Episodes? That's right. It's a little tournament style thing. This time around, there'll be an OC finale too. It'll be a fun time. I like the layout that we have so far. I'll explain it once the submissions are closed. But for right now, stay classy. Year of the Horizon, Year of the Band-Aid. Toodaloo, Flight Crew. Thanks for watching.